Welcome, welcome, welcome to another episode of Freedom by Design with Life Coach Vivian. Today, I have a treat for you because last time I was talking to a guest, we mentioned about traveling and how I love traveling, and he was talking about how he loved traveling. And I said, you know what? I'm going to have my friend Alicia on because she is a travel agent and she loves to travel. So, my friend Alicia is going to introduce herself to you and tell you all about how she got into traveling. So, Alicia, welcome, my dear. How are
I'm
you?
doing well. Thank you for.
Yeah,
I'm so appreciative. So, hello everybody. How are you all doing today? How did this all get started? Many years ago, I lived in Jamaica, and my nana invited me to the UK, and this was my first trip out of Jamaica ever. Ever, ever, ever. And I remember arriving and just seeing this big place, the church, the people, the big supermarkets, because we just don't have those in Jamaica. So it was very, I don't know, it was life changing for me. It was very life changing. And then my aunt, who actually lives in the UK, she traveled a lot and she used to tell me about all the places she loved to go or she'd been. And the dream started. The dream that I never knew I needed or had started. And that's where it all began. And then we went back to Jamaica, migrated to America. And the first state I came was Delaware, which I'm at right now. Yeah, we migrated to Delaware, moved to Florida. I lived in Florida for a long time, finished up my high school there, went to Florida Atlantic, got married, had the baby, did the life, and then life changed, right? It changed, and I moved back to Delaware. Luckily for me, the company that I work with, and I'm still working with, they had an office in Delaware. So it was easy enough for me to move from Florida, move to Delaware, and still continue life. But now I have to reset. I had to start over. I had to figure out how to buy a home. And then I found out I was pregnant. Like, hello.
oh, wow. Wow.
Like, hello. No, he was simply such a surprise. And this is the part I need to add. But I knew he was coming. And so it's just crazy the way God worked, how everything ended and there was a beginning, right? But anyway. So yes, I reset. I bought a home and I remember working my regular job and I'm like, there's something else for me. There's something else. And I need to figure out what that thing is because I felt discontented about something. And I went on a journey to find what is it that I need. And I accidentally found Adrienne's travel course. She was just teaching about how you can make money being in the travel industry. And
Mm.
again, I've always traveled, right? I'm always planning stuff for family and friends. And so everybody, oh, you're my travel agent. I'm like, no, I'm not. Like, I don't make no money. But I needed to figure out how to do so. And so we went on this journey of doing the course, speaking to Adrienne, and figuring how I can actually start this journey with her while she helped me and build me. And that first year was all about learning. And so here we are.
Yeah. That's amazing that you've gone through so much, but then you went back to something that you realized that you enjoyed over the years of traveling from going to England, going back to Jamaica, coming back to the States, and then you went back into something that you love. And it's good what you said about your job, about bringing you the freedom that you can able to move from one area, come back. A lot of people don't get that. And we here at Freedom by Design is all about freedom and all about living that authentic self and being who you were created to be. So you decided to start doing what you love. What made you make that jump from say, okay, I'm going to do all this learning and now I'm going to do it on my own? What caused you to take that plunge?
My mindset. Something I learned is that everything that we do, it has to start in your mind. The transformation has to start in your mind.
Mhm.
And so I'm like, okay, I feel like I can do this. And so the top of this year, I start moving differently. I start thinking differently. I start thinking, how can I make this greater and better than what it was or what it was to me when I first
Mhm.
started, right? And so my mindset changed, and now I'm doing it where I'm trying to create a better foundation, right? And so that's where it started for me.
That's great. It's all about how we think. It can
Always.
limit us or it can propel us to greatness.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
just marvelous.
That's a
Now,
part of the freedom.
yes, definitely. So, how many places have you traveled? What's your favorite place to travel?
One day I sat down, I was trying to count all the countries, but I think I'm up to like almost 20. But one of my latest travel was to Thailand last November, and it was a big trip for me because it was my furthest. And it was miraculous because I went there and I always go back to Jamaica. For some reason, I always compare wherever I'm at to Jamaica because why? It's culture, it's
Mm-hmm,
people, it's
mm-hmm,
how do people live, how are they showing up, how happy they are. The Thai people are very, very happy. They're very kind, they're very sweet. And so they love coconut, and you find a lot of coconut in their food,
mm-hmm,
mango. These are things that we share as well because Jamaicans, we cook with a lot of mango, coconut, lots of other things, but I always try to find the familiar. I always try to find how do their culture differ from mine? What can I learn? What can I learn from being here?
mm-hmm,
So that was one of my favorite things about being there. One of my favorite places is Greece. I just love the country. I love Europe on a whole, but there's something about Greece that I don't know. There's just something about it. And I cannot explain it to you unless you go there and feel it, but it's
mm-hmm.
always a feeling. For me, I love history, and I find that Europe satisfy that a lot. Right? You go there and
Mm-hmm.
it could be a church on the corner, but it's one of the oldest church in this town and you go into it and it's gorgeous. When I tell you it's
Mm-hmm.
gorgeous and you're walking and you're like, is this real? This
Right.
cannot be real, but it
Yeah.
is. And that's what you find when you go to Europe. It's not about this and that, it's about what is surrounding you. Right.
Yeah.
And so it's gorgeous.
And I love that because you sit, I think earlier when we were talking about sitting in the moment and sitting admiring, you said that your head in the church is
Yeah.
always going all
Yeah.
over the place because the beauty of the architecture of the buildings and the history is so rich that you have to sit in it. You have to like, don't just glance over it. You have to just
Don't.
enjoy it and
Sit
enjoy
in
that moment. So
it.
that
Yeah.
is really
Yeah.
rich in what you just said. So, what would you say to those individuals who say, well, I would love to travel, but it's just expensive. I don't think I can afford it. Like, how can a person, normal person, afford to go away?
So I'm a single mama. All right. I have two babies. I work a regular job. And anybody who owns a business know it takes a long time for the business to make what it needs to make, right? So I think about travel this way. If you ever heard of Kmart or Walmart back in the day, we used to go what? Lay away the stuff for Christmas, the little outfit, the little toys. I say lay away your vacation. You
So
have
good.
to be intentional about what you want. You find somebody like me, a travel agent, it's like, okay, I want to do this. And I promise you, if you can think it, you can just make payments. One of the other advice that someone gave me when I bought my home, they say, create a separate bank account and put $25 in it every 2 weeks, every month, however you want to do it. Just put some money away just in case something what breaks.
Right.
So, what I'm saying to you is if you want travel, or if it becomes a priority, or it's a dream that you want to make a reality, create a bank account. This $25 go towards this trip. If you are interested in cruises, there it's so great. You can book a cruise almost 2 years out. You pay
Mm-hmm.
your deposit and you make small payments. And so something that is improbable become very, very affordable or attainable just because you're thinking about it and you're working towards it. Right. And so that's the thing. That's how I do it. I can honestly tell you, I've never paid for a trip full out. Like PayPal, it's been my pal. 4 pays and 6 pays, it's been my pal. Like I'm just gonna tell you, if I buy a ticket and my going to Europe, I'll be very honest. The flights are not cheap. So
Mm-hmm.
I will put my flight, lay away my flight essentially, and make 6 payments on it. And voila, to that. Guess who's going to Europe? And I didn't pay whatever the cost is all in one.
Right. That's amazing. So, you hear that layaway, people. I know it
No,
doesn't sound sexy, but it's true. You can always put that deposit down and pay a little at a time.
Talk about when we were kids, how did our parents get the things that, oh, Johnny want a bike. Okay, how are we gonna get Johnny a bike when we only make this amount, right?
Right.
Sometimes the old can become the new, and you can apply what works wherever it needs to work.
Right.
So
Yeah.
layaway, your vacation.
That's right. That's right. You hear it here. So now we talked about how you can make it affordable, and we talked about your favorite places. Now, what
Mhm.
make you stand out against any other travel agent or travel person? Or what give you the edge over them?
So I will say this: anybody can book a trip, right? How I'm different is I always believe in service. I have a heart for service. I love helping people. I always want to make things better, right? And so I believe in customer service. I believe in we plan the trip together. While you're on the trip, I'm there. After the trip, I'm there. However, I can help, I'm going to help. However, I can remove stress from your day of even planning the trip or anything happened during the trip. However, I can help, I will help. Actually, I had a client who went to Turkey. His suitcase broke, and he's like, Alicia, my suitcase, I didn't get my suitcase. I had to buy the suitcase. So I'm like, it's okay, sir. And what I did was actually send an email to the airline. I got everything taken care of for him. So, and it was an older gentleman. By the way, I don't know. All the older people are my aunties and uncles, and I feel like I need to take care of them, right?
Right,
So
right.
that's my thing. So he was older, he was traveling, and I'm like, I got you. And he trusts me so much. He sent me his bank account. He sent me like because I needed all that information. And
Mhm.
so he sent it all to me. I did the claim for him. He was able to get his money, and he is still a client to this day, even if he's just going, Alicia, I have to tell you about my trip. I'm like, okay.
That's so special.
It is. You create relationship with your
Right,
clients. So
right,
what I do is create relationships with my
right.
clients.
That is good because customer service is great. When you're planning a family trip or a reunion or getaway with friends or girlfriends or whatever, a bachelor party, whatever you want to plan, she's the one because you see, hear what she says. Not only is her disposition great because she's a friend of mine and I know, her energy is sweet and her smile, but she gives excellence customer satisfaction. You heard what she just said? She made sure that man got back his luggage reimbursed. So she not only take care of you before the trip, during the trip, and after the trip. You are in great hand with Alicia. And I can't say better than that because I've been on a lot of trips with people and we were planning our family reunion. We asked someone else to do it because I couldn't take care of the entire family reunion by myself along with logistics.
Sure.
And
Mhm.
it's important when you have someone that can take care of everything for you that you don't have to worry. And like she said, she takes care of the stress that you don't have to stress. So if you want that, Alicia is a person to contact. Now, before I give out your information to people, you need to tell me what is that scenery behind you because I know people looking like, what is that? Where is she? What's going on with this photo? So where is this picture? Were you there or?
So listen, again, we do the group trips and such. So this picture behind me, actually one of the things that we do as travel agents, and hopefully we find a travel agent that actually travels. We go and visit different properties and different hotel brands and learn about them so we can better inform you of what will work for you. So that little place behind me was a beach scene. It was the Rio in Costa Rica. And it wasn't one I went to. It was actually a client share that picture with me because I just planned her 50th birthday party there. So she's actually sent me that picture. And so I'm like, okay, if I put it up here. But yeah,
Oh,
but we learn about different brands. And that's one of the things that I love is that I do travel. I learn about the brands and my clients, even with the gentleman I was talking about, they go to different destinations and they give me all the details.
awesome, awesome,
They do. They're like, they
awesome.
call me and I get a whole breakdown on what happened.
So I forgot to ask you this question because I just see it coming from you, and I know there's a passion there. Why do you travel? What is the reason why you travel?
So I travel because, as I said, the love started many years ago, but it fills me up. It brings me peace. It brings me joy. When I have a group who travels with me, and especially when it's people who have never been in a certain destination that we're going, I love to see when people arrive and they see and they experience, and they're taking in everything. When the first time they had gelato, or the first time they took a bite of an Italian pizza. Yeah. It's
Mhm.
the most like, and I'm standing there watching it and sometimes filming it. And I don't know, it does something for me.
Right.
Everybody who does something that they love, there's a selfish part of it because
Yeah.
it fills us up, right? It fills
Right.
me up when people trust me to come travel with me. It fills me up when people trust me to plan their trip and to be there for them and with them. And so there's something about it, just it satisfied this part of me that I didn't know I needed
Right.
until
Right.
I
Right.
started it.
True. 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 I'm the same way. I feel like I need to go somewhere. I feel like it's time to leave. I
I'm
need to
leaving
go
on
somewhere.
Friday, girl. I'm leaving on Friday. I'm
I
so
know.
excited.
I know. You're going to one of my favorite places. I think you're going to Venice, right?
No, not this one. This
Oh,
one, I'm
okay.
actually flying into Barcelona and we're
Yeah.
doing a 10-day going to Tangier, Portugal. We go back to Spain, France, and end up in the UK.
Oh, okay. Okay. I've been to a couple of those places too. I've been to France. I've been to Portugal. I've been to Barcelona. But what was the last one?
We're ending in the UK. So
Oh, in the UK. Okay.
yeah. So we
All right.
start in
That's fine.
Barcelona and Tangier is in Morocco.
Oh, I've been there too. Oh,
Have you?
yes. I have to tell you the story about that one.
I need to hear
Hear
I
that
need to
story
hear
about
this
that.
story.
I have another great story about that one too. So that is just amazing. I had to have you on because that's one of my hobbies and that's one of the things that's dear to my heart. And I'm passionate like yourself about traveling and the freedom you get and learn to just rest, because we all need to rejuvenate, to rekindle or get ignited again. And when you travel and you go away, it just like a recharge or reset, it's
I
just
don't
something
believe in
that,
staycation, by the way.
yeah, yeah.
I don't. I don't
uh,
because
mm,
I cannot vacation in my home.
yeah,
I have to
exactly.
do. It's a place where I do. It's not the place where I rest. For me, yeah, I
Exactly.
rest in my bed, but not in like like I need to be away so I can learn. There you
Yeah,
go.
and
You
the
learn
mental.
and see
Yeah,
something
yeah,
different. So I love
yeah.
it.
Yeah, to me, it's like you get reset your mind, your body. It takes you out of the norm and put you into
Yes.
something new. So
Yes.
it's just something that gives you just the calm.
When you remove yourself, it forces you to do what you just said. It
Hmm.
forces you to recharge.
Hmm.
Forces you to stop and inhale. Because we don't breathe half the time. So you have to stop
Sure.
and breathe now because it's like, oh, wait. And so your body recognizes that. So
Yeah.
it's so
Yes.
important. It's not just a hobby, but it's good for your health.
Yes, definitely, definitely. And you hear it here, guys. So if you need to get in touch with Alicia, what is your information?
You can reach me at Alicia, Alicia, at breathlessgetaways.com. Breathless spell like just so you lose your breath. Getaways.com. Or you can call me or text me at 754-600-9517.
Awesome. And I will have that information at the bottom in the comment section so that you can able to reach it just in case you've forgotten. But it was a pleasure, my dear, to have you on. Believe it or not, guys, I only met Alicia this year. Is it this year or last year? This
Yeah,
year. This year.
so
And
I think we've met before. It's just, but this year we connected and we
oh,
realized, like, we were like, wait, okay, fast story. Nowadays, when I talk to people, I was like, I have this friend, and I'm like, I have my new friend.
same here, right there. Same here because you
Like, but she is such a joy, and she's all these things, and I'm just like, but yes, I do talk about you. I just
Yeah,
wanted you to
I
know
do
this.
the same thing too. It's almost like people think I know you for like 20 years. I'm like, oh, my friend Alicia, you don't know this? And we just met this year, got connected. So, guys, her energy, her love for people, and her smile just captivate you and hold you. And it's just such a blessing because I know that she would take care of you. And I wouldn't have her on unless I know she would take care of my audience. So if you guys are really interested in taking a trip, do a family reunion, do a family getaway, or a girl trip, or a guy's trip, or whatever it may be. She will take care of, make sure all the logistics is to your liking. So
Yeah.
thank you, my dear, for joining me. I really
Thank
appreciate it.
you.
One of these days we talk about all our trips, and I know your favorite place is Europe, and that is one of mine also. Definitely. I love the islands, but I love the history
Let me
in
tell you
Europe.
something. I love the islands. The thing about we are born, that's home. And
Hmm.
so the way I look at it, and every island, is a little bit of my island. So
Yeah,
I know other people, it's my home. It's
right.
just like America. It's just home. So now it's to go discover other places.
Hmm.
I always say I want to be a citizen of the world.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. I love that. For me, I call myself a Caribbean American because I think that I belong to all the countries. Like all the countries is a part of me. Anywhere in the Caribbean, that's me.
It's a
That's
part of
just
us.
me. And I love what you say, citizens of the world, because I'm now I'm going to incorporate that because I am a citizen of the world.
Absolutely. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
that love where I want to discover other people's culture. And oh my gosh, we can't even go into one of your stories, but she has many people. She has
Yes.
many.
If you vacate with me, you will have a trip within a trip.
And
You
that's
will
me
have
too.
some.
You will have something. You come back tired.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but I always have a good story.
Always have a good
Always
story. You
have a
will
good
come back.
story,
Listen,
so it's
wait, we
different.
need to have about stories, travel
Yes,
stories. We
travel
do.
stories.
Mhm.
Exactly. I'll have a couple other girlfriends on, and we just have a travel
Oh
story
my God, that was
session. I
so
think that
good.
would be great. Yeah.
And then we
So
have juice.
thank you so much for joining me, Alicia, and thank you so much, audience, for tuning in. We really appreciate you. We honor you and your time. So thank you,
Yes.
my dear. Have a fantastic day. Bye bye.
Press the button.